Man, what's up YouTube? What's up Laker Nation? I hope everybody's having a good weekend. In today's video, I just want to discuss one rumor, and that's basically, Demarcus Cousins wanting out of the Sacramento Kings and the Lakers potentially being interested in this guy. Now, if you ask me, this is a similar situation to the Russell Westbrook, like all of the rumors and all that stuff, and I thought this was worth talking about. Now, when Kevin Durant left the OKC Thunder, it gave a lot of Laker fans hope that Lakers were gonna try to acquire Russell Westbrook via trade. If you ask me, I never wanted anything with Russell Westbrook. I didn't want to trade for him. I didn't want him, and primarily that's because if I'm the GM of the OKC Thunder, I'm pretty sure they would have asked for D'Angelo Russell, Brandon Ingram, and potentially a couple other players. And I think we would have given up too much, and I think that would have messed up our core that we have right now, which I think is good. I think in the next 2-3 years we're gonna be championship bound. Now, that being said, it's not to knock Russell Westbrook's game. I mean, this guy's a great player, top 5 player, great passer, rebounder, scorer, is a great player. I just don't think he was right for this team. I mean, I think if you have a starting lineup of Russell Westbrook, Jordan Clarkson, Luol Deng, Julius Randle, and Timothy Mozgov, I mean, I still think that's like barely a playoff team. And this is a similar situation to DeMarcus Cousins. Now, anytime you're gonna try to acquire a great players like a DeMarcus Cousins or a Russell Westbrook, you gotta give up some type of talent. You gotta give up some draft picks, some players, and that's why I thought this situation was similar. But at the same time, I think it's different. One of the reasons why it's different is because the Lakers haven't had a good center in the last couple years, and if they were to acquire somebody like DeMarcus Cousins, they would be getting a good center. As in, if they were to give up D'Angelo Russell, I mean, they would still be getting a good point guard, but I think at the moment they already have a good point guard, so I don't think the necessity for Russell Westbrook was there. I think the necessity for DeMarcus Cousins is there. I mean, we haven't had a top-tier center like in the last 2 years, and the Lakers have been known for going out there and acquiring bigs such as Pau Gasol, Dwight Howard, Lamar Odom, Will Chamberlain, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar via trade. Now, I want to talk about DeMarcus Cousins a little bit. This guy's putting up 27 points, 11 rebounds. Guy's turning 26 in a week. If you ask me, he's the best center right now in the NBA. I don't care if DeAndre Jordan's the first team All NBA. DeMarcus Cousins is way way underappreciated, way underrated, and I think he's anytime a guy puts up 27 and 11, he's not in the first team All NBA. I mean, you gotta ask, what's the guy that is in the first team first team All NBA doing? And DeAndre Jordan's putting up what, 12 and 15. Those are good numbers, but I mean, again, 27 11. Those are like Shaq type numbers. So he should have been first team All NBA. DeMarcus Cousins gets this negative illustration by a lot of NBA fans. I mean, again, I said this situation was identical to the Russell Westbrook situation, and if you compare Russell Westbrook and DeMarcus Cousins, I mean, both those guys are really passionate, really, and then they show it on the basketball court. Yeah, one in DeMarcus Cousins, he gets his bad connotation because he's on a losing team, and then Russell Westbrook gets this like, oh, this guy's all about passion, he's all about winning because he's on a winning team. And a lot of people give DeMarcus Cousins this feeling that he cantankerous to the team. He's not all about winning, and he's a detriment to the team. Well, I think it's he just wants to win, and sometimes it gets the best of him. I mean, look at this team. This team has been so inconsistent. This team, this franchise it doesn't have consistency. I mean, they fire coach after coach. They bring in starting point guards, starting shooting guards year after year. I mean, look at the last 4 or 5 years. I mean, they've had point guards such as Tyreek Evans, Grievous Vasquez, Isaiah Thomas, Rajon Rondo, Darren Collison. Look at the shooting guard position: Marcus Thornton, Tyreek Evans. He played the 1 and 2. Last year was Ben McLemore. This year is going to be Aaron Aflalo. Team has no consistency, no stability, and I don't blame a guy like DeMarcus Cousins. I mean, this guy wants to win, and in his six-year NBA career, he's not made it to the playoff one time. I mean, so that gets to a player. I don't think George Karl was the best coach for that team. I mean, I think he's an offensive guru, but he's a detriment defensively to that team. But again, I want to entertain the notion that the Lakers may try to get DeMarcus Cousins, and basically, yeah, let me entertain the idea. Let's say Julius Randle doesn't play as we expected, and let's say maybe a change in scenery would benefit him. Um, Maybe there's a scenario where we would trade somebody like Julius Randle and somebody like Timothy Mozgov for DeMarcus Cousins. I mean, I think other teams will be able to offer more talent and more, or a better draft pick. But I think Julius Randle and Timothy Mozgov would be solid. And let's say DeMarcus Cousins did want to come to LA. I think that would be a solid trade. Again, I'm not saying I want Julius Randle to fail. I don't want him to struggle. But at the same time, we would be getting a established all-star in DeMarcus Cousins for maybe an all-star in the future, maybe. At the same time, I think that would be a solid trade for us. And I think right now, if you ask me, the Lakers have a conundrum when it pertains to Julius Randle and Larry Nance. Being in which, like, both those guys. I mean, I saw what Larry Nance did in the summer league, and he played phenomenal. I mean, defensively, every time the player he was guarding got the ball, it just seemed like he was getting a deflection. He's gonna steal. He's gonna block a block shot. Offensively, we saw his game stretch. We saw his offensive game improve, and I like what he's doing. Um, and they're gonna have to figure out fast what they're gonna do if Larry Nance and Julius Randle are both playing good. That gives them flexibility to maybe make a trade for DeMarcus Cousins. Doesn't have to be Julius Randle. It might be maybe somebody like Larry Nance, maybe a top future pick. But we'll see, man. We'll see. We'll see. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. I just made a Twitter, guys. Make sure to follow me. I'll leave my channel or my page in the description box below. Give it a thumbs up and make sure to subscribe, guys. Have a good one.